So we are here today at a DKM show, but with the great Craig Richards. How you doing today, champ?
I'm all good. Enjoyed the boxing today. It was all good.
Blessed.
Yeah, just enjoying the boxing down in South London. Sick.
Amazing. So with that, again, you see, you've gone on, way above this level, as in like not only just a champ, but light heavyweight, IBF international champion right now, currently. So with that, what does it mean to you when you come back to shows where, like, it's a white collar show, but at the same time, some good talent here? What's it like seeing the up and coming fighters, watching them?
It's great. I think it's perfect. It's good because we've all been there from the grassroots. Obviously, I didn't take a white collar route. I took more the amateur route, but doing the 3-2s, moving into the 12-3s, it's a journey. So watching a lot of the guys starting their journey now, it's beautiful to see, and you never know where they can go from here. So as long as they stay dedicated, keep working hard, the world's their oyster.
Absolutely. And speaking of oyster, I saw there was a great South London derby where we had, was it Slick Rick versus Julio Thiago?
That was a sick fight. Yeah, it was close, man. It was good. 2 knockdowns in round 2. I think that's what swayed the difference. 10-7 rounds, but yeah. The crowd was on their feet. It was sick.
Absolutely. Atmosphere was incredible. Now, speaking of atmosphere, the last time we spoke was when you were just before about to touch down the motherland in Accra for the fight against Dan Aziz. Talk to me, what was the atmosphere? What was it like to be in Ghana?
It was good, 18,000 stadium. It was hot, it was humid. My boots were squishing with sweat during the rounds. I wore the wrong shorts, snake skin and leather. They were stuck to my legs, but it was good. It was a great experience.
100%. And with someone obviously as close as you are to Dan, as in like, because I don't think there wasn't any bad blood, it was just more, it was business, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, you finished it clinically. That left hook, it was all she wrote. How is it like fighting someone who you've already sparred with, who kind of already knows how you move, and still to be able to finish it so emphatically?
Because I don't take a lot from sparring. I just keep a clean sheet and just act like I've never met him before. And I go in there and dissect the job, take my time. The thing is, what I think separates me sometimes from other fighters, my adaptability throughout the round. He started off well with a good tactic, first couple rounds. I just watched it, adapted to it, adjusted, and then took over the fight until I got the knockout.
Amazing. And so now here we are in 2026. Obviously, each time we speak, you're moving on to bigger and better. So I always like to ask, now that we're in 2026, what's next for you? What's next on the cards?
Well, I want to obviously push towards the world title now. So any way of getting my hands on the world title, either way, whatever route or fight I have to tick for that or take that fight, I'm open to do. I'll leave that down to the team. Eddie, Matchroom, Frank Smith, and obviously my management just to navigate me in the right position to do so. So I just got to do my job and stay in the gym.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because it was something I wasn't really going to talk about, but now that you brought it up, Eddie, Matchroom, Frank Smith, since we're on the topic, have they got you safely in their stable?
I'm a guy listen, I've had offers before, and I've stayed with Matchroom. I'm sure they know I'm secure. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Okay, they're safe there. And so, again, everybody's got to make their own moves. And like, just to kind of share my thoughts, with Conor, I understand it. I don't agree with how it was done. I think a conversation's been had. That's just my opinion, but I'm not a prize fighter. Everyone's got to do what they feel is right to them. What do you think about the situation? Not to get into the details of it, but do you think, was it the right move, wrong move?
I've not looked into it. I just stayed out of it. Me, I just stick with my plan, my path, and my business. I'm not there when they're negotiating, when they are together or they're not together. So I just stay out of it.
100%. And so like, very, very good. After your job as a boxer, you've definitely got opportunities as a politician. Because as I asked it, I was like, ooh, actually, I hope you're not going to throw yourself under the bus with it. But the response you gave, right, do you know what? We got you for Labour next, or the Lib Dem, whichever one. Anyway, that's it. Yeah. So again, final, obviously, any route towards the championship. But I see in terms of potential routes now that as well another big name in the space hasn't got as much experience as you, but is a bit of a buzz. What do you think about you and Ben Whittaker? Because I could see now that he's also a matchroom fighter. Eddie's obviously pumping the marketing machine behind him, and he's got it. But at the same time, there's levels to it, and you fought at those levels, and sometimes falling a bit short. But you've shown that you belong there and you can hold your own there.
All time I succeeded at that level. I ain't one of them UK fighters that I've gone and stepped up in levels, and every time I come short. When you look at me throughout my career, as I always say to people, I've been the underdog many times in the bookies, beating guys 12-0. When I boxed Jake Paul for the WBA Continental, underdog. Shakan Peters for the British 40-0, underdog when I took that title. I knocked out a guy, Mateus, who's never been hurt, dropped or knocked down, knocked him out for the WBA International, the IBF International, Dan Aziz, knocked him out for that. I knocked out the former IBA World Champion earlier in the year in March. So we'll talk about the wins on my CV, and what I'm going to say to you is if you're going to match anyone next to me, make sure they've got a resume the way I have. Or don't put them in the same combo.
Respect. I appreciate that. So who do you want next? Beterbiev, Bivol? Is that
Beterbiev hasn't got a belt.
Yeah.
Bivol would be an option. Anyone with a world title.
Okay, there we go. You heard it here first. Anyone with a world title, it is strap season. So we're out here for it. Again, much appreciated, Greg. Thanks again. Love. And again, we're just going to enjoy the rest of the fights, but big respect. Any message?
Every time, big him up. Great interviews. You saw me smash his Ghana 9 out of 10 quiz.
Yep.
Come on, we working. He gave me the lucky charm. I still got the Ghana bracelet.
Jeez.
Come on, let's go.
Respect. Big things. Respect. Blessed.